Boom. We are back, everybody. The Titan Masters are in the house once again. Thank you guys for coming on. For you guys in the chat, I am joined today by Alan Parma, the Late Toy Show. And I've got with me also Patrick Dios and the newly christened X-Men, Akira Joe. And we've got the one, the only, our special guest. Please welcome everybody, D Amazing. What's going on, brother? Awesome. Very, very cool. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Yeah. Can somebody check the chat to make sure that it's going on, that it's working?
Yep. I'll check it out.
All right. Cool.
Check in.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. All right, so Darius, thank you for coming on the on this journey with us today, brother. How you feel, man?
I'm exhausted. I mean, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm very exhausted.
Oh man.
But I'm glad I made it because it's really refreshing to be able to come on and talk to people. Finally, it's been a weird 2 years, to say the least.
Yeah, so, but man, I mean, you've put a ton of work in your channel, both your channel and your Instagram, man. So I mean, man, I have nothing but like the highest respect for you as a creator, like a content creator, man. Like it's amazing. Like, I mean, all these guys here. Oh, my wife is back there photobombing us. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, all these guys they're all inspired by you. I'm inspired by by your work as well and things. So.
I mean, it's hard because it's like I'm doing what everybody else is doing, and I don't think I'm doing anything more. I think I've just been at it longer than other people. Which is why I'm always trying to tell people I'm just as proud as y'all as you were proud of me. Like I love you guys' work. So it's always like one of those things where I like that we could all talk to each other and know like the struggle of it, because Instagram has us all feeling like it's never enough now. So I'm really glad we can like talk to each other and know like the struggle is real and we shouldn't feel alone. That's the whole point of stuff like this. We shouldn't feel like, oh, Instagram, man, I only got 23 likes. Well, 23 people liked it. They got to look at the kind of positive part of it. Exactly. You know, instead of, because if you look at just numbers, you'll be obsessed with numbers. You got to look at who appreciates you for what it is. Because the second you keep looking at numbers, it's never going to amount to enough.
Yes, of course. And then you're just going to create problems for yourself mentally and things. And like, you're going to be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And like, I get those questions all the time by people. And I just tell them, hey, listen, relax. Okay. Don't worry about the numbers, because the numbers is just useless noise. You still have to wake up in the morning to go to work and stuff like that. That's not going to do anything special for you. Okay. Just focus on your on what you're doing and why you're doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? So if you're doing this because you love it, then keep at it. You know what I mean? And then just learn from everybody who's doing better than you, because the more you do it, the more you will improve. You know?
See, that's the thing, though. We got to be careful when we choose our words about doing better, because it's not a matter of better. It's all art, so it's subjective.
Exactly.
You really got to look at it like, what would I like to try? How could I take something that someone else has done? How could I put respect on what they've done and add my own spin to it? Because that's art. A lot of the times, instead of people trying to put their own spin on it, a lot of people will try to just plagiarize and take directly from it and not give credit. And that's why we have a lot of people, doing what they do now, as opposed to saying, hey, I got this from this person, check out what they did and I put my spin on it. That way, that person is getting their credit to their art as well as you getting the credit to yours. And a lot of times we don't even know we're putting ourselves in competition with each other versus talking to each other. Like now we should be all talking to each other like, hey, I did this thing and I tried out this new lighting stuff and here's what I did here. You'll never see me hide what I do. It's just a matter of I want to be able to do it and tell everybody at once versus telling one person and then it trickles out to, oh, well, so-and-so came up with this. Well, that's not true. You know, it's a matter of we all kind of shared this idea and this is what we all took from it.
Sure.
I'm hoping we can get past that whole stealing credibility from other things and just kind of give credit to where credit is due.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like between us, like we're always giving credit to each other and our other artists outside of our circles and stuff. But like we see it a lot, like, like a lot of people like just copy work from me, and they never they never credit me. I was like, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? Whatever. Yep. So let's acknowledge some people in the chat here today. Wow, like right off the bat, 10 people. Wow, that's awesome. Okay.
Hey, there's tons of people here.
Yeah. So David Hernandez. Wow. Thank you for coming on, brother. So he's been religiously coming on every show since he discovered Titan Masters. Yes.
Ooh.
Thank you, brother.
So he's an honorary Titan.
Kind of. Yes. Okay. So Dogosaurus Rex, what's up, buddy? All right. Hey. So he's another artist, who has just been improving and improving and improving. Yep. And since our first Ask Titan Masters, we've been monitoring his progression, and it's really good. Yeah.
Good. See, but that's what I'm saying. You guys are helping people. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy about that.
Thank you. So KG Smith, what's up, peeps? Okay, what's going on?
What up?
All right. Jamzilla, another one of our patrons, our little sister. So hope you're well.
Hey, Mario made it in.
Yeah. So Manjazilla, what's going on?
You guys have good names.
Yes.
I always think like my name was like so boring compared to other people's names.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's all good, man. I mean, I think my name was like the cheesiest one, Figure Mania Show. You know what I mean? But like I got stuck with it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's the other thing about once you pick a name, it's kind of your name.
It's gonna suck. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So
yeah, like Patrick Dios. The diorama, man.
I used to make Dios.
Yeah. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that.
Patrick used to make Dios. That's your new name now.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you change it to Patrick Ohms? You should go to Patrick Ohms.
Ohm is actually my Chinese name. Is a 3 alphabet acronym for my Chinese name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you could be Ohms Patrick now. You got to reverse it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir. Cool. So for those of you in the chat, I just want to show.
Wow, you picked good photos.
The Amazing's Instagram. So for those of you,
you don't gotta show them. Nah, you ain't gotta show them. You ain't gotta do
it. No, that's how we do it all the time, sir.
Credit, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So guys, for you in the chat, doing toy photography and things, I mean, there's plenty to learn from The Amazing. So I definitely recommend that you follow his Instagram. Okay. So
you just end up drinking more water. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna end up drinking a lot more water.
Drink your water, boys. Drink your water.
Your water. Yes. Very important.
YouTube. Yeah, I'm personally a big fan of your YouTube channel.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you for always reminding us to drink our water.
Yes.
And in your episode with the Mafex armored Batman, I want to thank you for offering to take the shit whenever our wives blame us for buying a new toy. So
I got y'all.
Amazing told me to buy this, man. So I have no choice, you know.
Hey, you know what? I've been taking the blame for that for a few years now, and I'm like, you know what? Let me make it public because I like see people like at conventions or we're like they just be out and like I'll meet people and people are like, hey man, like my wife gets so mad because I'm like buying stuff because of you. She knows your voice and she knows it. And I'm like, you know what? Blame me. Just go ahead, blame me. I will officially take the blame. I'm okay with that because most wives end up liking me as like, hey, you're actually pretty cool. I can see why he bought that. You know, it's still your fault, but I won't murder him now. And I'm like, hey, if it gets you out of a murder, I'm okay.
Yeah. Lives. The Amazing saves lives, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's true though. Like every time I'm on the fence of something, right? I watch The Amazing's video and I start going, yep, money's flying out of my wallet now.
No, his figure comparisons are crazy, man. I mean, the amount of figures he has to compare is crazy, man. That's one that shocks me the most.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, your Spider-Man, like the way you pose your Spider-Mans, like I'm trying to do those because like I do like kaijus all the time, and I'm like slowly been trying to get into superheroes and stuff, but like I don't have enough pieces for superheroes yet. Like I'm slowly getting into it, but like I'm constantly watching you on that, you know. So
I've been watching your stuff, and I've been sitting here like the colors are immaculate. It's like perfect level of f-stop, and I'm like, I don't know how this guy's doing it. I just want to see more of it. It's so good.
thank you,
Because
brother.
it was the Godzilla Ultima shot, and you use the glass and
Uh-huh.
you use forced perspective, and I was just like, I wish I had enough space for that, because that just boggled my mind how good this photo was.
Thank you.
And I was
brother.
like, no, love. I was just going through like love. I'm like, man, and it's so good to see stuff like that, because like when I can go through my timeline and it's super refreshing even if it's the same thing, it's super refreshing to just watch different people put an excellent spin on stuff. I just love stuff like that. I love
That's
it.
cool.
I like when everybody gets a toy at the same time and you just flood the timeline. I'm like,
Different
yeah,
versions of
show me all of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you see everybody's stuff is different. And then with me, I read a lot of comic books. Everyone knows I watch Kamen Rider. So I am constantly inspired to do superhero poses. Like, so it's very easy and natural to me. Like, what do I have? Oh, here we go. I have somebody right here. So I was actually about to review this, but I didn't get home in time. So this is Gal Silva. Now with Gal Silva, it's wolf and wolf-like movements. So it's easy to do one of those things where, because now they have the new neck peg movement, so you actually get a lot more height in it.
Sure.
So what you want to do is you want to push back first. So what I would recommend is you push back. Oh, this actually looks cool too. But you push back first and then legs forward. And the reason why you do this is because you'll know where your hands can end up, right? You got to pop your knees. And then look, see? Just like this.
How do you make it so easy, man?
You make it look so easy, buddy.
And then, like, if you want to do his signature posing, what you actually have to do is you have to reverse the arm up and one arm down, but leave it close to the head. So now,
damn, guys, you guys are getting treated here. I mean, this guy's a posing master. Wow. Incredible.
It's hard to get the angles because it's all reversed.
This is a posing. This is a posing masterpiece, man.
Yeah.
And then there's like stuff like Moon Knight, right? So like, let me take out Moon Knight. So with Moon Knight, depending on your body language and who's in charge of Moon Knight's psyche, so there's Mark Spector. Well, actually, let me not do that because Moon Knight's about to come out and I don't want to spoil anything for you guys.
Okay.
Because if you don't read the comics, I'd be spoiling stuff, so I don't want to do that. So
exactly.
So you have Moon Knight, and I have a custom cape for this Moon Knight. And this one is by Fizzled Customs. I just attached it yesterday. So with Moon Knight, depending on the personality or which version of Moon Knight you're reading, there's brooding Moon Knight, and now there's Moon Knight that actually reflects light. So with Moon Knight that reflects light, it'll be all white versus usually normal black backgrounds and shadows. So if you want to do a nice walking pose, Moon Knight is very imposing, but it's normally one of those things where you do your walk, but cape is usually flowing in the shape of a moon. So it's normally a half moon. So you do one side of the cape up, one side of the cape down, so you can reference the half moon. So it's stuff like that where reading comics come in handy, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different things I like to aim for.
Cool. Someone's asking that Mason's asking in the chat. No, Mason, because he just moved. So as you can see, he's got like a ton of boxes behind him. He hasn't finished unpacking yet. So sorry. Maybe in the future episode.
But for you guys that didn't know, he actually shoots handheld, right?
I'm saying
I do what?
No, I mean he actually shoots his pictures handheld without a tripod, right?
Yeah, I shoot without a tripod. Actually, let me go grab my camera so I can show you what I do. So you guys talk. I'll be right here. I can hear you. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, the craziest thing is
here we go. We're
actually
getting
shows
master classes here, boys.
We're getting master classes today, boys. Alrighty.
It's the amazing toy store right there.
Yes. Wow. Incredible.
We still?
Yeah. All right, so we'll just wait for him to come back. And so does anybody have any questions before we start the breaking down the photos? Does anybody in the chat have any questions for him?
All right.
All right.
So you can see my camera.
Yep.
But my lighting setup usually consists of there will be two side lights. So the two side lights is shit, I don't even have any lamps here. Well, it's two lights to each side, right? So I do, instead of 3-point lighting, I will do I would start off with 2-point lighting. And the reason why I start off with 2-point lighting is because everyone knows I like colored backgrounds. I like color, you know, being a little colorblind, I like to show off color. I like that. I really do. So
man, you're like me, man. I'm colorblind too.
Yeah, it's very weird because it's weird how I found out too, because somebody was like, "Hey, this color is blue," and I'm like, "Nah, that's purple." And they're like, "No, it's blue." And everybody looks at me like, "Oh."
Exactly.
Like you be sitting there like, "Oh, I was the asshole this whole time." So, but I mean, luckily I caught it early enough that you can get it corrected with some surgery. And it's wild too because as I get older, it'll go right back to that, which sucks.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Cool.
But so it's 2-prong lights, and then there's my stage lights behind it, which I use as background lights. But once the setup is done and you have your 2-sided lighting, I add a third light, which would be from the forefront, which is 3-point lighting. And the reason why I do that is because with 3-point lighting, it's like a triangle. You can do a perfect triangle, you can do an isosceles, or you can, there's various types. But the reason why you do that is because that adds the element of shadow versus my background lights, which are colored. And with those, what they do is they add what kind of lighting you get from the side, which would be like the little bit of darkness you get on one side or the extra light you get on another side. That's what I do.
Cool.
If that makes sense to everybody,
Yeah.
I got my wife's lipstick still on my lips. I'm so sorry, y'all.
That's
all right.
Cool.
She kissed me before she stepped out, so
yeah. So we got some okay, so let me see the chat here. Okay, so I think we need one more light ring. I want to try the 3-point light setup. Yeah, Jam.
All right. So if you're gonna do it with ring lights, you have to make sure both lights are even and the same type. Don't get 2 different light styles because the light balance could be different in each light.
Yep.
So let's say one is bright white and one is daylight. Your light will be off because then your camera will be confused about which one to shoot. So definitely, if you're gonna whatever light you get, make sure it's the same exact one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Mason's asking, so 2 lights mainly to match the height angle and the lighting of your background.
Yes, the 2 main lights will do like background and foreground because they'll mix. If you put them at the same size, you'll like, let's say I have a figure here, and if I put them both at the side, they will evenly light the sides. But if I use one in the front and one at the side, now you see how we're lighting it in a certain way. That's how you get certain angle lighting.
Okay,
so that will
cool.
add shadow or no shadow, depending on what you want to add.
Cool. Very cool, man. All right, so let's get into breaking down the photos that have been submitted to us. All right, so we'll just jump right in. So this is comes to us by AJ Figure Arts. So this is the NECA Godzilla 89. All right, so I'll go first with this. Whenever you're doing water shots and things, an important thing to remember is that you really want to sell, the scaling of the figure and things, and also like the whole setup and things, right? So like at this height of the where the camera is, you need to, I would recommend going much lower, where like where like you can like see like the water, like almost like, do you understand, like the horizon and things, right? And also you have to make sure that like this little part here, like the water just totally drops off here. So you want to keep everything, you want to make sure that everything is nice and uniform and things. And for the water splashes, I've been saying this now for a few episodes. I don't recommend you using cotton or polyester and things. I would recommend more the just bits and pieces of saran wrap. And then because this is a water shot, if you spray down the figure with water, it'll give like a nice effect that he really is wet and things. Yeah. So does anyone have anything to add to this?
I have a question. So
go ahead.
Are we critiquing their work because they sent it in?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm usually quiet about this stuff. I don't like critiquing, but since they asked, I'll give it. But
yeah,
you can ask Akira. Like I don't like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like for people's art to be art. But if they want pointers, that's different. But
yeah, that's it. That's what this was about today. So this is all pointers and stuff like that. They've submitted to us.
Pointers.
So
Okay.
you know, we're giving it to them. So don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure we have permission. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So I see that they also use some type of portrait photo mode because the tail is blurred out at the end, and there's a ton of negative space up top. So
that's true.
So the framing of the photo itself, even if they chose to use the cotton, that's fine. But the amount of negative space takes away from the emphasis on Godzilla itself. So that's something you want to change. Like you said, just changing of the angle could fix all of that because they could cut it off right directly at the top. You can even cut out part of the tail because you're capturing most of Godzilla. So just framing that a little better can change the exact point of this photo. That's all I got.
Yeah. Cool. And also too, I mean, I think he's using a digital background so I can see the reflection of his light here on the side.
Yeah, true.
You might want to just flag the light a little bit so that like because I use a digital background too, and like I always pay attention to like if those lights are appearing on my screen, I have to find a way to flag them. You know what I mean? So that's another thing too. Also too, what you could do like to fill this space too, like if you have helicopters and stuff like that, before like you could use like a 3M gum and you can just stick the helicopters right on the screen. I've done that in the past too. Or you could also use like a plexiglass, put it right behind Godzilla and stick those right on the glass too, to you know, for you know, to appear that, you know, that the helicopters are following Godzilla. So
I'm always envious of you guys who get all this plexiglass. I could never find plexiglass, man.
Really?
Like everything I pose, it'll look like I'm using plexiglass. It's like, nah, I've done it the hard way, like hiding stands and balancing stuff. I'm like, I want to take a break too. I want to use some plexiglass.
Yeah. Well, here in Taiwan, I mean, I can go to like the stationery shops here, and they have that stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you know,
I think that stuff is just always sold out here because it's actually used for like boarding things up here or like COVID protection here. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's all right. Cool. All right. Does anyone have anything to add on this photo?
I think you
this
guys
shot
pretty
is
much
actually
covered
very
most of it.
similar to a shot that I did actually. I think.
Say again, Patrick.
I mean, this shot is very similar to a shot that I did recently, and I think what he probably needs is like mountains and stuff like that to actually replicate the size of Godzilla.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with some mountains and stuff like that, you can definitely make Godzilla look bigger because the ships that he's using currently are not painted, so not many people might understand that those are little ships.
Well, those ships are from Battleship. You know the board game Battleship?
Oh yeah.
Ships are from. Yeah, if he could get his hands on like 1 to 144 type of model ships, like they're small, you can those would be better. But like he's starting out, I mean, he can only go up from here. So you can just slowly build your repertoire of things. Yeah.
I'll give all these people credit, man. They started out way better than I did, man. When I started out, it was just orange construction paper and terrible photos.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are starting out. Trust me, if you think you're starting out bad now, you're not. Trust me.
Exactly.
You're great.
If you look at my earlier photos, like my very first year photos, man.
That's what I'm saying. All you gotta do is keep at it. Like,
yeah,
as long as you're having fun and you're keeping at it, time will fly by like nothing.
Yeah, just keep grinding.
I agree.
Yeah, keep grinding.
I started with a white wall as my background.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey Patrick, is this it?
Yeah. He's the one. Yeah.
So Pat, what did you use for water? Because I'm always curious about that.
Yeah, everyone's curious about
that.
I have no idea what is this called, man, but it's used for it's supposed to be a
it's a screen reflector. You know, like if you go to Lowe's or things, if you go into the window section, you know, the things that you buy to block the sun from on the windows. That's what that is.
But the thing is that this doesn't stick though. This doesn't stick.
It's not a sticker. Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I'm just saying here, like, it always looks really good in your Ultraman shots. I'm just like, where did they get these? Where did they get these things? These such cool. Like, where did they get this?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah.
Because I've tried using Saran wrap and I don't like how it sits with the figures.
Yeah.
I just don't like how it sits there. But I'm gonna try some new stuff. Hopefully, when I get a real new desk, because right now I have a makeshift table and I hate the way it sounds when I'm recording. So I'm gonna like redo that whole thing when I get a chance.
I see.
I keep forgetting about my hand.
So David Hernandez
right
says
now?
you could order a sneeze guard on Amazon, just like the plexi.
Oh, I'll look into that.
I'm
my
restaurants
hand.
have that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look into that. My hand is still recovering. I don't know if you can see, but it's still swollen right here. So
Oh,
if you look
yeah.
at this hand and this one, it doesn't look the same.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
still
still-
still swollen.
So yeah, all of this is still swollen from when I fell down a flight of stairs. So
Oh, wow.
shit.
Yeah.
I thought you
So-
you fought or something.
yeah, so I
Oh.
got back most of my movement in my hand, but my pinky is still like, as you can see, it doesn't lift up like the rest. So all of this is
Yeah.
still swollen. And
Oh.
and occasionally, like I just did, I'll forget and then I'll hit it and I'm like, uh-oh. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I'll recover. Doctor says I'll make a full recovery because I caught it when it dislocated it and they put it back in place. So it's just the swelling.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So it's not. There's no nerve damage or anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a little bit, but it's nothing to be like worried about. I'm just gonna get arthritis a little faster.
All right.
So
All right.
and that's better than super broken bones, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
true.
God. Yeah.
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 All right. So can we pound the gavel on this?
Where'd you
Pound
get a
together.
forehammer from? What's going on?
It's our thing here. It's our thing
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I'm just like, this is all surprising.
All right, Alan. Okay, there. Okay, cool.
Rehearse that.
Oh,
Okay, so this one comes to us by our friend in Tokyo, Japan, Nate, the Great Figure Man. So, yes, so this is a shot of the this is the SH Monster Arts Kamada-kun, and the thing though is like when you want to take a shot of a figure like this, you always have to consider the things that you have to make this figure appear the way you want it to appear. Okay, so like let me show you some examples for okay. So now this on the left, this is my shot. Okay, this is with the Bandai. All right, now the Bandai is bigger than that SH Monster Arts figure that we just saw. Okay, and there's the that's a screenshot of the Shin Godzilla movie.
mhm.
And the one below, this is John Ruffing's work. Now he's using an X Plus figure. Okay, so X Pluses are larger than
Gigantic.
yeah, they're huge. They got amazing detail on it and things. So now, if you notice what John did here, you know, he has the appropriate stuff to you know to sell this scene, right? Because everything is in N scale, and he's using a figure that's big enough for that. Okay, so and then in mine too. I mean, I tried doing it and things, but like you know, it's kind of tough to do like with smaller scale stuff and things, right? So you need to consider what you have in order to do the shot that you want. So like if you don't have the appropriate materials for the shot that you have in your head, maybe you might want to try something different with that figure. All right, so that's my 2 cents, because see, like if you have like with what you're doing, like you have like all this empty space over here, you know what I mean? So like maybe like this kind of shot wouldn't be the best for that figure. Yeah.
Maybe move the building there to have left and right, right? Two at least have two buildings left and right.
Yeah, and and definitely lower the camera angle too.
Yeah.
So like if you have like smaller, like if you have like the little buildings, you know, like the Bandai building city structures, those would be perfect for this figure, you know, because they're just small enough, you know what I mean? So like these are N scale, they're just way too big, you know. So that's just something to consider, you know. So yeah. Does anybody have anything to add?
Yeah, I think the main thing is the angle. If you go really below
Yes.
to and go really intimate with the figure, I would say you want to show the figure details and all that.
Yeah, so
So,
going closer. Yeah, going closer.
going
to see what the
closer.
size for. Yeah.
I think he's got enough here
Mhm.
to work with. Maybe just change the angle to the side a bit.
Mhm.
So you go down from him to the side, then you see the mountain there at the back. You can use it as a rubble kind of thing. So
Yes.
it's a foreground. Then there's the figure there, and then just the background for a little bit further back with the building. I think pretty much set.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think
And one more, yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
sometimes there's a temptation to show everything that you have on the table. You know, especially if you just bought a diorama, spent some money, or you just built one. There's a tendency to shoot a picture and try to show everything. You know, in this case, you know, it's not gonna work because you're trying to show Godzilla as a gigantic monster, and this angle doesn't help it. So don't be afraid to make it tight and maybe crop out some of your diorama. But you know, there's always a temptation to show everything in the
Yeah.
picture.
Right, definitely.
So the
Less is more,
figure
right?
has to be the focal point. You know what I mean? Not everything else. So
I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm gonna disagree. No,
Okay.
no, because as a person who's come from shooting on just like colored backgrounds to what I do now, there's a way that you can shoot everything and shoot nothing all at once. So
Mhm.
if we can go back to the picture, I don't know how to do any of that. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So for instance, you can shoot this 2 or 3 ways, and you can get 2 or 3 completely different shots out of it. And this is the way I shoot all the time. So he has his one diorama, and even if it was just one diorama, he can shoot like this. And like Akira said, you cut down your focus and you eliminate. You could actually just eliminate the entire top part, shoot lower, and you have a completely different photo. Then, as he has just one side of the street, why don't he turn it into hopefully you could take hopefully you can take the diorama apart, right? You use one street to show like an L shape. You'll have one piece here and then another piece back here in perspective. And you can just show him peeking around the corner, have another completely different photo. All you have to do is watch your angles and what you do. Having a diorama doesn't necessarily mean you have to shoot the diorama in the way you see it as. A great example is, if you look behind me, I have a diorama on the table, and it's just like mountain pieces. I have done a ton of stuff with those mountain pieces that you wouldn't even know because I've shot them at so many crazy different angles. I just set a bunch of trolls on top, so forgive me. But shout out to Ryan Gomez who made those for me, and literally till this day I've shot like 400 photos on it, and you wouldn't even know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just how the way you set up and use.
Yeah, you have to play with the setup and things. Yeah. So,
just because it's one way doesn't mean it has to be that way. I know we kind of all made it up in our minds, and that's our thing. We all do that. Even I get stuck doing that. Just because it's one way doesn't mean it can't be a different way. It's like Jello. You can change the shape. It's like putty. Have fun with it. Don't be scared to change around your diorama. Turn it upside down. Make it look like you flipped the whole building. Have fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. So, do we have anything else to add to this?
Yeah, I think one more thing is that the color of the figure in the background is actually too similar, so it's important to have like a rim light behind to separate the figure from the background.
Yeah.
Rim light, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point.
Sure. Okay.
That's true. But but Harold, don't think I was disagreeing to be mean.
No. I totally understand. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
This is why I'm so weird with critique. I don't like doing these things. I just don't. I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. That's the
This
whole
is
point
very
is
much
for us
outside
to-
my comfort zone. This is very much outside my comfort zone.
The reason why you're here, Darius, is because because like we're all mostly kaijus and monsters and stuff like that, right? Now for this this segment here, we want a different perspective, from other artists that don't necessarily shoot kaijus all the time. So we've had Bug, we've had Diego Carlo on, we've had Spencer Cole on, and things just to
Great
give
people, all great people.
things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by that, we learn something ourselves too, because like we, even though we're Titan masters, we're still learning ourselves, you know what I mean? So we're still in the learning mode as well. So and we're looking for something to learn from you as well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. I just don't want to come off as rude because I don't know. I'm at this weird place in my life where critique is weird because I always follow something my grandmother taught me. And it's a couple of things where it's do what you can with what you have where you are. And that's why I apply it towards my photography. And the other being, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. So sometimes critique can be good, which is fine. But she also taught me this very important thing. If people didn't ask you for it, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So in this case, they asked for it, so no problem with that.
They asked for it, so yeah.
I didn't know that beforehand, but that's what keeps playing over in my head.
Don't worry about that, Darius, because
don't worry
Akira
about
is here.
yeah.
You won't be the rudest person here because Akira is here.
Okay. I just, because I just try to follow life like that. Just if nobody asks you, man, keep your mouth shut.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we have anything else to add to this?
No.
No, I think we pretty much
all right. Cool.
covered it.
All right. So let's pound the gavel on that, Alan. Okay. Cool. All right, Nate. Good job on this, buddy. So just keep those pointers in. Just learn from those pointers and stuff, and you'll get there. Okay, so this next one comes to us from California Comrade. Okay, so he's number one. He needs more light, of course. So and it's too red. So he needs a rim light. So like I'm guessing he's new to the game, so he doesn't have like a lot of stuff to play with, right? So to make this a little better, like just to sell this more, yes, he needs light. You need a rim light, okay, and maybe not have this red light here because it's very unnatural looking. Yeah, I like the posing of Godzilla, okay. But he just needs a little bit more just to fill up like this back over here and things. So yeah, does anyone have anything to add to this?
Just light at the back, I reckon.
Yeah,
just a little bit of rim light. Show the head as well.
Show the head, show his eyes a little bit, and things.
I agree with what y'all said. I think that if you add more light, that's great. But I don't mind the red. Because what you could have done, if you want to actually leave, like, because this could be like poster material. So if you want to do that, you add a smoke trail and maybe fire underneath to kind of put the emphasis on why it's red, maybe.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, if you don't have a lot, why not add to what you do have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the lighting up the top would be important because if you're gonna have red light, you can show the face. You add a little smoke trail behind and a little bit of fire underneath. Boom! Now you have perfect lighting. I mean shadow. Sorry, perfect shadow to put emphasis on your Godzilla.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah. Also, too, like he could try experimenting with other, other colors of light too. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I mean, you could. I mean, like if you're going for like a poster thing, then yes, red. But like if you want like a more realistic lighting, then orange would probably be best for this part, for this here, right? Because like when there's fire and stuff like that, like it's like if you want like a natural looking like there's fire below. Number one, like you need to have like the props to show like that there is fire or smoke or something like that, right? And but I would use orange, But maybe. Like for the background, if he's using like a digital background, maybe have like a lighter background so that Godzilla, like this part here, like if you don't have enough light, we still want to be able to see Godzilla a little bit more. So if he uses like a lighter dark background, that way we can see him more because like his head almost disappears in this part over here, you know what I mean? So so he could try using like a lighter, like like a night background, but like it's like blue or like it's lighter, you know what I mean? So that way we can see him a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like it is like what it's like what Darius just mentioned just now. Don't be afraid to move your things around. So you can
Sure.
see from the background, he has a broken building. The
Mm-hmm.
broken building can be used as a foreground to
Mhm.
actually, you can actually shoot through that
Yep.
broken building towards Godzilla. You get what I mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can use that as well, actually. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking outside of just the fire below, right? Let's make it even different. Like let's say they do change the color and keep
Mhm.
the blue background. Another
Yeah.
idea could be you add lightning, and that way you can add more light now to the background and the foreground. You do
Yeah,
one
like
little
that too.
squiggly line of lightning, you good. Like there's a lot
Mhm.
of things you can like mix and match this up with and have some fun.
Or if you have like a moon, like a background with a moon, and you can just place the moon like right behind Godzilla's head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You know?
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Moonzilla.
And then that way,
Moonzilla.
like your eyes go like right towards his head. You know what I mean? Because you got like that composition of the using the moon, so you could
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time actually.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, Akira does that a lot.
California Comrade's
That's
name
like-
is now Moonzilla.
Moonzilla.
Yeah.
I dubbed thee Moonzilla.
Alrighty, cool. So does
That's like
anybody?
a good one.
So do we have anything to add on this? Like I like the pose. I like the way he's posed and things. Like the setup is nice. Like it's got like almost like that the way he's up. So I like that. So
One thing I really like though is it's got the light, the white light on the windows.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
those are
that
for
looks so
iPod
real.
buildings, so yeah.
Yeah, that looks so good to me. I don't know how he does it. That I like that.
That's iPod building. So you can just put the light in the building. Those are iPod.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta
those are
get some iPod designs, man. I keep slacking.
Oh, they're the best. They're the best for kaijus and stuff like that. Like I have like a ton of these. You know what I mean? So
I want to get some for my Ultraman because I want to beat the bricks off of Kaiju, but I just keep forgetting. Like I honestly just keep forgetting, and it's tough too because you have to. For me, it's trying to literally keep up with everything, and then now keep up with the diorama end of stuff. It's tough.
I
it is
understand.
tough. But another thing that you could do, Darius, is like if you go to like an office supply store and pick up those like those little baskets and stuff like that for papers and paper clips and stuff like that. You could turn those little baskets that you use for that and turn those. See, like this is a little basket. You can
Oh,
turn it into a building. You know
how
what I
you do
mean?
that?
And the windows are small enough that the holes are small enough to appear like they're windows, right? And I've put this what's it called? The name escapes me, but it's like that clear that cloudy plastic, you know what I mean? And then I
I know what you're talking about.
I put construction paper in it too and stuff like that. So like when I put the light in, right? So let me show you.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Wax paper,
Okay.
Harold?
No, it's tracing paper. It's tracing paper because it looks cloudy.
Yeah, something like tracing paper.
Tracing
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you just need some kind of like clouded plastic and stuff like that. Enough
Yeah.
for the light to
That's- That's dope though because the aluminum foil reflects the rest of the light, therefore looking.
Oh
like
yeah,
a building.
and that, yes, I
Those
put a foil at the very top, so like when the light reflects, then it helps with illuminating everything else. So
No, but that's great though because then like so for instance,
It looks
right?
like come from
But-
the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because like you can get a taller one, but you know what's crazy? I just thought about a cool design, right?
Mhm.
If you have a heat gun, if you want to make it look melted, you just apply the heat gun to it and push it in and warp it, and it'll look
Mhm.
melted enough for
Oh,
atomic
yeah.
blast effect.
Damage.
I
to-
tried it.
Right.
I have let me show you. I have a damaged one too. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about like straight up, like look like it's melting. So you add the heat gun, right, and you slowly
yeah.
push on it, so it look like it's actively melting. So you heat
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Oh,
push.
I like that. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
the heat from like Godzilla or something like that. Like
Yeah.
okay.
Fire breath. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
a good
dope.
idea. Yeah. So like you don't need to get you don't need to go put in like a ton of money on stuff. Like if you just go to like an office place and get like these little baskets that are meant for for
Yeah.
papers and pens and stuff like that, you can turn those into buildings. Like I also have like these over here, Darius.
Okay. But it's crazy too because like I like buying people's stuff so I could support them, and I always forget to post stuff, and I hate that because I really do like supporting people. So I'll buy stuff and then forget to post and talk about it. I'm like,
Yeah. So
that's
like
nice too.
so this is just a basket for your pens and stuff like that, right? So like, you know what I mean? So I'm in the process of decorating this and stuff like that. This is for my bigger Godzillas, you know what I mean? This is probably too small for SH Monstrous, but I think this could be good for Transformers maybe.
It'll be good for Ultraman and Transformers probably.
So
It'll definitely be good for Ultraman and Transformers.
Yeah. So like for my Transformers, but definitely for my big Godzilla, like my X pluses and stuff, like these would be appropriate. Yeah.
Are you planning on stacking those?
Say again?
Are you planning on stacking those on top of each other?
Yeah, I have like a whole bunch of them actually. Like this is like for a building. Like these are stackable. The good thing is like you can make an entire building and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they're super cheap.
That'd be crazy because imagine if you built a ton of those like out of a city out of that and you use Masterpiece Transformers for that. Oh god, that'd look crazy.
Oh, that would look crazy. Yeah, that would look definitely crazy. Yeah.
Masterpiece Transformers.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's so you guys don't have to go you guys don't have to invest a ton of money and stuff. You just need to get creative. Just have a look around on like what could be buildings. Thank you, David. Thank you.
I'm gonna be in every office store now. Like this is gonna be a building, and that's gonna be a building, and this is gonna be a building. Buildings for everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool. All right. So, does anyone have anything else to add to this photo from California Comrade?
No, Moonzilla, we've helped you, and we thank you, Moonzilla.
All right. Cool. All right. So, Alan, let's pound the gavel on that one. Okay. Very good. Okay, so this one comes to us by BGSB. I can't pronounce that. Dark Side.
BGS Bagas. Dark Side.
BGS Bagas.
Okay. Alrighty. So Ultramanners. How about you guys go first? Akira.
For me, just a white light. Definitely needed here. Because it's so red. It's not focused properly. If it's colored, we have to watch out because sometimes red and blue, I find it especially, you can't focus on stuff if you just use mainly those lights. So you always need white light to offset it. So that's one thing he needed to do.
Because the head is blending, right?
Yeah. At this point, it's blending. That's the issue.
Yeah. At this point, it's blending as well. If he wants to do a silhouette type of shots, you need like probably chopped in the eyes or use laser pointer to light it up the eyes.
Okay. What color of eyes does this guy have? Red eyes, or because like
it would be like a white or a yellow.
Yeah,
it's a white or yellow. I can't tell which one is this one.
Yeah, which one is that?
Is it
this
Trigger?
Looks like Trigger.
Trigger, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's Trigger.
Yeah. So it'll be a white yellow.
Like white yellow, yeah.
So my biggest problem with this is that you were aiming for the silhouette, and I don't even mind the all red, but you didn't capture any of the detail of the Ultraman. It could be all red, and if you capture the detail of Ultraman, it's fine. But it almost seems like he's so blurry that he's blending into it. So, like you said, it would be the white light. But I think the biggest thing besides that is we couldn't even tell what kind of Ultraman it was because, like I said, we lost all the details. I would recommend white light, but more importantly, you don't have light coming from other sides. So even if you would have been all red, just a little bit more light focused on the actual figure would change the entire thing. Because it would offset the rest of the red.
Sure. Yeah. Or what if maybe if he would have moved this this explosion up higher, that way we can get his head more.
But even if you moved it up higher, I think because of the way the explosion is made through that kind of paper, because I used that a lot, it would still focus out. That's the problem. That's why you wanted some other light to offset on the Ultraman. I'm gonna see. Wait, I have light somewhere. I'm gonna try to see if I can help you guys with this right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Do. I like helping. It's fun. Where are my? Oh, hey, I found my little stage lights. So this, well, not stage lights, but I found my little lights, and this actually could work out for everybody. All right. I'm gonna help. Yeah.
This is an SHF Ultraman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the option we have.
I don't.
No, because I've been looking at the model kits, not the Bandai model kits. Ultraman.
The model
But
kits
those
are
are
model kits are
Ultraman,
nice,
those
but they
are
lack
size.
ab crunch. So I have some lights here, right? So
Okay.
let's try and do it. So this light is one of my color lights. I got it from Amazon. It's called a Ejim. So sometimes I use these when I use my stage lights because I want to add a little light under focus, right? So let's turn this
I
light.
think that's an
on.
Ulanzi sub brand, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
a Ulanzi sublight. Yeah, sub brand.
So let's see, what color do I want? Because I'm going to shoot with something red, I probably want to aim for something with a little bit of blue, right? So let's aim for something with blue. I'm going to try to change it. Yeah, so blue, right? This is blue now. What I usually do with stuff like this is these are other lights that kind of help me in little pitch black areas. These actually come off as white as well. This one may be dead. Ooh, super bright though. No, super bright. So see how it's lighting me? See this now?
Sure.
See the difference now? See how I went from behind? You lose all that lighting,
Yeah.
but you gain shadow. This is how you do it in real life. Same way you apply it in real life. But you see how it's from the side? I'm now evenly lit. Side evenly lit. More light in the foreground. Shadow from behind. This you would apply this the same towards toys. Now, if we have something with blue, well, my overall light is gonna take over all of that. But see, blue. But watch this. See, still have a hint of blue. If I turn these down, well, I'm gonna turn them down. But look, watch this. Move a little further back. See how you get more blue, but you still have even light.
Yeah.
Genius.
So that's my way of helping. That's the best way I can explain it because I don't think I would be able to find the words. But showing you is a lot easier.
Sure.
I've been trying to find ways to explain that. So you doing that explanation really helps.
Yeah. I didn't know how to put it in words, but I knew how to show you.
It's better like if you show it and then it get a more of an understanding. Yeah, thank you for that, man. That's awesome. That's incredible. Yeah.
No problem.
Cool. All right. So do we have anything to add to this photo?
Yeah, well, I would personally avoid pictures like this because the significant thing about Ultraman and Kamen Riders are actually the eyes. The eyes are usually lighted up, so shots like this will actually jeopardize the look of Ultraman or Kamen Rider. Unless you have the lighted like what Akira has. Unless you have those, which is why my shots are usually done during the day. Like I will never set like a golden hour sort of shot because the eyes, the lights will just the eyes will totally fade away without the lights.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so can we move on with this?
Yep.
All right, so Alan, pound the gavel. All right, cool.
I'm never gonna get over that. Oh, this is cute.
Okay,
Goji
so
Guru.
yeah, Goji Guru. The thing though with this shot here, I mean, this is clearly a digital. It's digital. So what I would recommend you do differently to sell. Okay, because see, they're looking at the sun, right? if you're standing out and you're looking at the sun, that's, you know, there needs to be that light coming towards you, right? And we just don't get that here. You know what I mean? There's no lights
It's
here.
supposed to be darker over there. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah. One person that I would recommend Goji Guru to look at is Mason Zilla, because he does something similar, but what Mason does is that he uses practical stuff on the ground. You know what I mean? And then
Yep.
he uses
I was
the
gonna say
rest
that.
to you know, to blend it in. You know what I mean? Because the way this is at, I mean, it doesn't you know what I mean? It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, you want your photos to feel like there's like a layer there. You know what I mean? Like you know,
Depth,
and we just
depth.
don't feel that here. You know what I mean? Because yeah. So I would take a look at Mason Zilla's Mason Zilla. The way he does it is that he there you go. You see that? So see, he's got practical stuff like in the, you know, on the feet and things, you know what I mean? And then later he adds it, and that actually kind of helps more. There you go. You see that?
That's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, Mason's really good at that, you know what I mean? So but also the thing that he does too is that he is very conscious about where the light is coming from. So if you look here at the light, okay, and then can you go back to the other photo? There you go. You see
Oh, he matches lighting.
yeah, it matches the lighting, you know what I mean? So, and here, like in the photo that we have here, the light just doesn't match at all. So that's something that you have to look out for. Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody else have anything to say?
I don't know what to say because I don't do anything digital.
Right.
This is completely out of my element.
Sure.
I thought it was adorable though, so I can add that. But
yeah,
it's definitely adorable.
Yeah, it's adorable. Yeah.
But this one is tough for me because I don't do anything digital. I'm just not good at that stuff. But
Yeah.
I like the photo, but like you said, all of those things were true. So that's all I can add.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I would recommend that you take a look at that and then just rethink about like where light comes from and things, you know what I mean? And yeah, just get a second shot, you know, get another a shot at this setup here, but have something this time like in the foreground, like near their feet and things, and then, you know what I mean? So I think that'll
just to create more layers as well.
Yeah.
It helps with the layering.
Yeah. Maybe too, like if you bring them in just a tad bit closer and use the portrait ratio and stuff, then you won't have like so much dead space around here. Maybe you can bring those guys in a little bit more, bring this in a little bit more, and then this flying saucer in. Like if you have like in the portrait ratio. What do you think, Akira? Or is this fine?
I only just realized there's a flying saucer.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that a while ago.
Yeah.
It looked like Kami's place from Dragon Ball, but you know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was part of the photo. I'm not the Super Kaiju guy, so I didn't know.
Yeah, it's one of the flying saucers from the Showa era. So yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like I don't know what else to add to this one.
Also, too, I mean, he's using the poster version of Godzilla. Maybe not use that poster version because see, like it's like this poster version, like it's meant to be like he's charging up his power to shoot his atomic breath, you know. So maybe not use this particular Godzilla. Use the standard one. And then that way you don't have to worry about like the lighting and stuff like that for this, you know what I mean? Because like, you know what I mean? Like because like for this Godzilla, like whenever I shoot Godzilla and he's using his atomic breath, I use this particular Godzilla for that. But then for other shots where he's like fighting or walking, I use the standard Godzilla. So yeah, just keep in mind that, you know what I mean? Maybe not use this particular Godzilla for this shot because if you know, because this is the poster version and like, you know, he's meant to shoot his atomic breath, he's not going to be shooting his atomic breath here probably, you know. So
that's pretty valid. That's a valid point.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Goji Guru. So, do we have anything to add?
Nope.
All right. So let's count the gavel. All right. Cool. Okay. So this one comes to us by Sebastian G.
Bodo.
Yeah, Bodo.
Bodo.
Okay. So I like this. What I would do a little bit to adjust this a little bit is maybe not show, maybe put an object here just to cover his foot here, okay? Because like if he's walking in a city, you know what I mean? Like in Godzilla movies and even in Ultraman, like whenever like they're doing like a shot like where he's walking in a city and stuff like that. I mean, really they're walking on a stage, you know what I mean? But the way it's shot, you know what I mean? Like you never see his feet, you know what I mean? Because the audience fills in the blank, like, you know, like they're walking on stuff and things, you know what I mean? So I would do that. Like if you could have like an object here just to cover the feet a little bit more, maybe bring this object here further, you know, further, you know, towards the camera, or, you know, something that also too, like there's this negative space behind him, maybe like, you know, hide this part here. And I was looking at his setup here. He's got like the way that the jets are on the way the jets look, they look like they're being stuck on the building, but they're not stuck on the building. Like he's using tack, and like he's using like what's it called, little sticks, you know, to try and hold to try and hold those on.
Oh, okay. I know what it is.
Yeah. So he's using toothpicks. Yeah. So it makes it look a little bit awkward because like you want to sell the idea, like, you know, they're flying towards Godzilla and things. So maybe not use that. What I would do in an instance like that is
we lost you, Harold. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
No, he was still talking, but it looked like he was walking down steps.
Okay, so let me show you guys something very quickly.
Thank God Harold's wearing shorts.
I'm always prepared, okay? I'm not like you. Okay.
Somebody came in with no shirts.
Yeah, Alan, he's a weirdo.
You never know with Alan.
Okay, so you see this. Okay, so this is wire. Okay, I took some hot glue and I applied hot glue to it, and then later I painted this with white. Okay, so what you could do is like with these little jets that you have, you can put the little 3M gum on the jets, and then there you can have like, you know, like when jets are
like Destron
exactly.
from breaking certain Mach speed.
Yeah. So instead of having those, you know, stuck on your bill, because they look like you're stuck, have these instead. You know what I mean? Use wire, and then this will sell it more. You know what I mean? Because like this is like the jet stream of it and things like that. And then like you can bend them more. You know what I mean? You could give them like they're trying to fly away from Godzilla and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Yeah. So I would use so use this. Yeah, instead of like having them, and that way like then you could make them look like they are flying towards Godzilla and things, you know what I mean? And like you could have them in midair, and then you on the side like there's something holding it. Like I use my Marvel Legends Hulk and like Juggernaut sometimes. Like if you look at my BTS for some of them, like you see Hulk, like he's got like this, and like he's holding you know, stuff like that, you know what I mean? So like
so I demand now a Hulk versus Godzilla shot. I demand it now.
I actually yeah, I did. I did one. Yeah,
I got to see that now. I have to go back and see that.
Alrighty, cool. Yeah. So yeah, do that instead of trying, you know, instead of trying to, because I know what he's going for, but it just doesn't. You want to be able to sell that the jets are flying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is.
Oh. Yeah. Godzilla looks so mad. He's about to eat Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
Alrighty. So does anyone have anything to add to this?
Dogasaurus Rex just mentioned in comments. Very valid point. Open Godzilla's mouth because it's supposed to be, checking out the
He's
Oh yeah,
breathing
yeah,
in.
yeah. Like
and here it's closed.
Yeah, it's closed.
I think
yeah.
that was him just trying to
Yeah.
hold it up, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
holding it up.
I guess.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
excuse that because he's trying to hold the effect of the mouth to like upward. I think my biggest issue is that it's what Harold said with the buildings, because we never actually see their feet when they're in the city section. And it's
Sure.
funny because that's like one of those unwritten tokusatsu rules. Because even if you think about like with Super Sentai, you don't see Megazord feet when in the city. You see
No.
Megazord knees and up.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like these are all the unwritten rules. For the atomic breath with the mouth being closed, what I recommend is you could have used a building to like hold it up in the balance, so that way nobody
Yes.
would have been able to see anything, like in between buildings or whatever. And like you can use the jets as trying to evade it. Because what you could have done, it just everything about it is pretty much the same, but you put buildings in the way, and then you use the sticks on the atomic breath to make it look like the planes are evading it. That way you could tighten up your space as well. So
what you do, because a lot of times with those atomic breath pieces, they're like by themselves, like if you put it in the mouth, they're a little bit heavy. You know what I mean? And you want something that's lightweight. So what I recommend and what I do in my shots, I can't freaking find it. Anyways, what I do is use straw. Use straw because those are lightweight. So what I do with the straw is, again, I put hot glue on the straw, and then later I use a baby blue color permanent marker, and I color over the
The beam effect.
yes.
for your atomic breath?
Then you got your atomic breath, and you can put it, and it's like wide enough where like you can open up Godzilla's mouth, and like it can hold it, and it's lightweight enough where like it looks like he's shooting up. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so do that. I can't find mine, but that's what I do. That's what I do with my shots. Whenever Godzilla's using his atomic breath, like I don't use those atomic breath pieces because they're a little bit janky and something in that, and they're kind of heavy too on its own. So I just draw, put hot glue over the straw, and then color this, and then color it with a permanent blue marker. And that works much better, actually, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I have class at 11, so let's try and do a few more. Okay, guys. So
You have class? What are you teaching?
I'm a teacher, yes, sir.
I figured that's what it was. I'm like, Harold has the teacher look. Teaching.
Yeah.
Like he's about to go teach his kids. Y'all gonna learn today.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Tiger. There's Trigger. Okay.
Yes. So Ultramanners, Patrick, do you have anything to add to this?
I think Akira should go first. Akira
What?
can go first. Yeah. I'm still trying to analyze it.
Okay.
uh,
I think it's more just a little bit of the posing, maybe a little bit more exaggeration. Like his wrist is not straight.
Okay.
Went a bit like that.
That's exactly
So
how you
that's
break
the-
your wrist in a fight.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I noticed straight away. And the left hand, maybe he just go a little bit more like this,
Sure.
I've got a figure here. I've got a Boba Fett. Maybe he can.
That's right,
have like
Boba.
this, yeah.
That's right, Boba.
Yeah. So maybe something like this.
Is that Black Series Boba Fett?
No,
That's the HSF. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So fix the. There you go. So it's something like this. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just a little
Okay.
bit more twist on the torso as well.
Yeah. So basically something like this, right?
Yep.
Like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe you could just throw in the shoulder a little bit more like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yep. So you need to twist the torso a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse the hands, but I haven't switched it out, but probably. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
No,
can see
like
it.
Patrick said, just like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like if you're gonna do this, like exactly like how Patrick do it. So like if you're doing superhero way like this is where you do the exaggerated movement.
Yeah, that's
See how
nice.
the body twists and contorts. So, but what happens is when you actually hit someone, like there's contact, there's recoil. A lot of people forget about that part. So with recoil and that stuff like that, it's okay for the arm to not necessarily be straight because there's that recoil from punching, especially if you're like pulling back. So all you have to do is straighten out the wrist, and what you really want to focus on is that it came out a little blurry, but once you straighten out the wrist and you get that turn, you're good. Because you can have the hand not necessarily be straight. See? But if you actually hit something that has weight to it, there's that little bounce back. So it's okay with it being a little bent here, but you always want to straighten that wrist.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. So
Yeah,
other than
I think
that, everything here, like
sorry.
the buildings, placements and stuff, that's all nice.
Yeah, I think Rich June 7 just got a camera like last week or something. So I think this is really good, like really good improvement as well. Like but it took me a while to learn all the function of my camera, how to use camera properly. But this guy just
Sure.
just go at it and looks good. I mean, f-stop is looking good. The blur is the right places. I think this is a decent thing. Just the posing,
Yeah.
But just a little bit of fine tuning on the posing. As D has always said, if you want to practice your posing, you do it yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, and if it looks right, then you're trying to replicate that to your figure.
Yep. Sure. Do
And
you
pose
want
workers.
It's funny because I tell people all the time,
Go ahead.
if you can't do a pose, don't do it. Don't, like you can't talk about other people's posing if you can't do it. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to move like this arm here just to cover up like this a little bit more? Would you recommend that?
You can, but I don't think it makes that much difference.
I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like to see joints moving. I don't mind that. I like seeing joints because seeing joints mean you're doing proper anatomy. So I don't mind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, anything else to add to this, boys?
No.
I noticed that this is actually the right way of posing this. Posing this arm right here, like what he has done. But I noticed that this looks more Ultraman to me.
Well, for Tiger, it would be more. For Tiger, it would be more accurate because Tiger was more elegant with the fight style, like his father.
Yep.
Oh yeah, like Taro.
Tiger's not heavy and brutal. Tiger's elegant. So even with that punch, that's why I was like, I didn't mind it. You would have the fist a little bit more straight, but I don't mind the way it's turned because Tiger is more elegant. It's more like Tai Chi versus judo.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about these characters, so I'm like, that's why
I feel that. I feel you. I understand because sometimes I look at Godzilla stuff and I'm like, I don't know what's right, but it all looks good.
Cool. All right, so let's do one more.
All right.
Ooh. So this is our friend Jim Till and his lovely wife, TF Shatterhome. For me, like I know what he's trying to do. Like Kong's like jumping down at Godzilla and he's landing like this big punch and things, right? Yeah. But the number one, like I would just have the hand connect a little bit more to Godzilla's face, maybe, and the legs maybe have them like more bent, like in those superheroes, like when they're jumping down at, you know what I mean, like their knees are more like kind of like Spider-Man almost, you know what I mean?
Impact.
Yeah. What do you say, Darius?
I love this photo, but I know if we're talking about proper impact, it's a little off.
Yeah.
Like you said, the feet, because if Kong was coming from above, Kong's body would actually be coming downward. He wouldn't look like the way he is now. So his actually whole body would be up and he would be coming downward because he would be using downward force. Even if the punch doesn't connect properly, the rest of the body looks like he's coming from below rather than above. But I love the electrical like portion of it. So maybe it's weird, like almost if you like kind of rotate where they are, this would have been even better because it was like he was just punching them into a wall.
Yeah.
So, but I still like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. He took this outside. Now, for me, I mean, there are certain, like sometimes, like if you take photos outside, there's certain things that you can't really control. You know what I mean? For me, like this background here is a little distracting for me. So what I would do, like if you do that, like have like a big poster board, like a blue poster board, and like have that, like, you know what I mean? That way we could, you know, this could be, you know, because to me it kind of detracts a little bit, you know what I mean? Because like I'm wondering what that is, you know what I mean? And I know those are trees, you know.
Oh well, it's crazy you see it that way because I see it completely differently. Like for instance, if you think about the way the lightning is, in that first glimpse for me, it looks like that's just after spackle effect. You know, because maybe because I'm using my imagination a little too wild, but that's just background static. Like, and I don't mind that when there's electricity involved. That's what I associate that with. So I see what you're saying, but this is how people get two completely different ideas, and that's really cool.
Yeah, maybe it's because like I know that this is shot outside and things, you know what I mean, and that's that's in my mind, you know what I mean. So like,
you know what's crazy? Like now that you said it, I see it. But before that, I would have just thought he took some white poster board and just spackled some black ink over it.
Yeah, well, that would work, you know what I mean. But because like in my mind, like I know this is taken outside. I mean, that's like in my head, you know what I mean? So like
that makes sense.
To have that taken out, you know what I mean? Just have like, even if it's outside, like have like a blue poster board behind it, you know what I mean? And you could and I think it would pop a little bit more, in my opinion.
No, it makes more sense now. Definitely now that you said it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do one more. Okay.
We're trying to help all the things and all the people.
Yes. Okay, so does anyone have anything to add here?
No.
All right, pound the gavel, Alan. All right, cool.
Akira doesn't want to talk, and Patrick don't want to talk. They have these lovely accents, and they never want to say anything to me. Forget you.
It's not about that.
Forget y'all.
Yeah. So, I think he was inspired by my shot. Let me show you my shot. It's this one here.
This is the one I was talking about. This is exactly the one I'm talking about. This one in the open mouth one. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get this Godzilla.
Oh man, he's awesome. Like he's like my favorite release from last year. Yeah.
I'm super excited for this.
That tail is so engineered well that you can get like these amazing poses out of him and stuff like that, you know?
Super excited for this Godzilla. I'm gonna have him fight all the wrong Ultramen on purpose.
Yeah. So if you look, I mean, try and get more of your Godzilla in, because like he cut the tail off, you know what I mean? So like if you were to position him more like the way I have him, like this, I think this would be a little better, you know? So and the lighting too, I mean, to me, I mean, if he's gonna use like a solid red background,
probably add some light below to create like a you know, like a fade, right? Like a
yeah. So
gradient.
I think the gradient is also killing the focus on the head.
Sure.
But, I don't mind the cutting out of the tail. I just think that because you lose focus on the head, now you're looking for the tail.
Sure.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. But I think what you should have done instead of choosing red, and this sounds crazy, you should have chose a orange yellowish.
Yes.
With some nice light for shine, light behind it to add shadow, and it would have put emphasis on the entire body.
Yes, totally. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like maybe like for like cotton and stuff like that for smoke, maybe just move it maybe just break it up a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
thin it out and put it in little ports on the Godzilla to make it look like it's overheating.
Sure.
Find those openings, just kind of put it in there.
Yeah. So
if that's what I was going to do. So you can have that one.
Because
that's exactly what I was going to
do. Cool. Yeah. So just keep that in mind and things, like, but the posing is nice. I mean, for me personally, I would just bring like this part of the tail here, just bring it up a little bit more, just like circling arch, like the way I did it in mine. I mean, that's why I love this Godzilla a lot, man, because like you get really nice poses out of this Godzilla. Yeah.
Super excited for this. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right. So unfortunately, guys, we are out of time now, guys.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
That's all right, buddy. It was so awesome having you here today, man. I mean, one of the things, like when we started doing the Ask the Titan Master segment, like I knew, like, I'm a big fan of yours, but like, Patrick and Akira, they're always talking about you. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'm gonna work to get this guy on our show. You
didn't have to work very hard. I mean, it's just the matter of timing and like just the way things lined up. Because I had no. Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Like I had no intention of moving and stuff like that. So things just kind of got crazy with life. But most of the time, I tell people if you could find a good time, I'll squeeze in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Whoever I can with whoever. Like even now, you saw me yawning because I'm tired, but not because I'm not like happy. It just I've been awake for like 14 hours. So
you need to rest.
What time is it over there?
It's about to be 10 o'clock, but I've been up since about 5:30 a.m.
Oh wow!
Oh damn! All right.
Yeah. It's about to be 11. I got class at 11, so 11. It's here in Taiwan. It's almost 11, so that I got to get going. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, Darius, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No, thank you guys.
Hope you are well,
Thank you.
and things, and we'll be in touch. You know what I mean? So thank you for all the contributions that you've done for the community. I mean, it means a lot to everybody, to a lot of people and things.
It's true. It's true.
I keep telling y'all, I do it because I like helping people. It's not one of those, listen, I do it and I shut my mouth and I keep it going. Don't worry. It's not one of those things where it's like, I'm looking for praise. When the credit is due, fine. But, enjoy.
Before you go, I just want to say, Darius, that every time I'm in the bathroom, I'm always on your channel. So
yeah, same. I do that as well, man.
I just want to say, well, I got you here.
I didn't take it the wrong way because I know I'm the best sort of toilet entertainment. I get that a lot, actually. I get a lot of toilet entertainment. You have to understand, there are three places that people watch me: on their TV, in their bathroom, and in their bedroom. So I'm in everybody's brains all the time.
That's right, man.
Well,
I'm with you at your dearest moments, baby. That's why you can't forget me.
And that's a good tagline.
Yeah.
All right, guys, in the chat, thank you so much for stopping by today. This was awesome. So Titan Masters, thank you so much for coming on today, man, and giving some of your time to this, and you too, Darius. We look forward to having you again in a future episode.
As long as we can line it up, I'll be on.
Awesome.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, stay on, and podcast.
Before we end this, please have Darius say, "Drink your water." Please say it, man.
Okay.
Just say how you say it. Yeah.
But if you want me to say it, I will give you an outer monologue. This one is on me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for teaching me more kaiju stuff. Today was fun and giving critique to people. It's totally outside my comfort zone. But most importantly, thank you for inspiring me. Therefore, I inspire you guys, and you guys continue to show your greatness every day. I appreciate it. But most of all, please, guys, be good, do good, and drink your water.
Awesome. Drink your water.
Awesome.
It's great because I don't ever rehearse that. I just say what's on my mind, and that's it.
It's on every episode, man.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's why I can always end those really well, because I literally just say what's on my mind. It actually helps me feel a lot better. So even if I'm having like a bad day, I just say it and I feel better.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's right, man.
All right, guys. Guys, thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode. For the 25th, 26th weekend, we will have a photography boy as our next special guest. Look forward to that. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Be good, Titan Masters. Be good.